PGA professional Mark Panigoni here at Eagle Ridge Golf Academy in Summerfield, Florida. Today I want to talk about hitting shots into the wind, how to keep it down a little and try to get your distance right. It's kind of tough sometimes. You got to use a little creativity, but a couple of things that'll help you. One would be, use a lower lofted club. That's pretty simple. If you need a 9-iron for the shot, well, then hit an 8-iron. And then, of course, don't hit it quite as hard, and that'll keep the trajectory down, and that'll get you to the green. The reason it keeps the trajectory down is the harder you hit a ball, the more spin it puts on it, the higher it's going to rise in the air. So if you just took the same club and you clobbered it a little harder, that's just going to make it go up higher, and the wind will affect it even more. So if a 9-iron normally goes 130 yards or 120 yards, and you got the wind in your face, and you figure, well, I'll just hit it harder into the wind, usually that makes it spin more, and then just come back. The wind will blow it back to you, and you're not really getting effective distance that you need. So you take an 8-iron in that situation, and you might not hit it quite as hard, which will get you to the same point you want to be at, and it'll also keep it on a lower trajectory. Now, it all depends on how much wind there is. I mean, if there's 30 or 40 miles an hour wind, you may have to hit 3 or 4 extra clubs. But your best bet is not to swing hard into the wind. That doesn't create more distance, it just creates more height and more spin. Both of those things keep the ball from going forward. The other thing you can do to keep the ball down is when you follow through low, don't follow through high on at the end of the swing. So make a low finish to your swing, which effectively takes some of the speed out of your swing. So when you hit an extra club like an 8-iron instead of a 9-iron, that'll take a little bit out of the shot, and it'll also keep it lower. So the lower you finish, the lower the ball goes. The higher you finish, the higher the ball goes. Actually one thing in golf that makes sense. Some people like to play the ball back in their stance. I don't actually think that's a good idea. Sometimes what I see is people tend to chop down on it too much, which also adds spin to the ball. So you don't want to play it back because you have to chop down, and it keeps you from shifting your weight when the ball's back in your stance. And I think that one of the most important things in the swing is that you're forward with your weight when you hit the ball. So if you want to hit it low, you can move more in front of it and make sure you're more in front of it, but don't do that artificially by putting the ball back in your stance. Move your body forward more. So when I hit a low shot, I've got an 8-iron here. This would be a 9-iron distance. I'm going to take something off my swing. I'm going to follow through low, and I'm going to make sure that I'm ahead with my weight so that I keep it down with the trajectory. Nice solid shot. Even made a divot. Hit the ball first because I was left. I had a low follow through. That ball went out very low, and it would have stayed under the wind, which is great. That's what I'm trying to do when I have the wind in my face. If you want to work on this shot or any other shot, give us a call at Eagle Ridge Golf Academy. You can find our phone numbers at playeagleridgegolf.com. Meg Park and myself are the instructors here, and we have our email address on there and our phone numbers, and you can contact us, set up a program, help you hit them low, help you hit them high, whatever you need to do. We can develop a practice plan for you to get your game in shape and simplify the game a little bit for you. So check us out at playeagleridgegolf.com.